Hey there and welcome back to SnowRunner. We are right here in Wisconsin and oh boy, we do have to haul quite a bit though. And that little bit over there, that's a major issue though. I wish I could pave that, but sadly we cannot. Yeah, that little part, man, that is a struggle though. Only the twin steer can just crush that. For real. But we also want to try some different trucks out. And we are going to do a little test again. But this time when we are going through the zone over here, right? You know, it's going to be a lot of fun. We have 3 trucks that we want to test. This one is actually the GMC Brigadier 8000. Beautiful stats. Not the biggest truck, not the strongest truck though, but maybe with a little bit of luck, it's a good truck. Oh yeah, just keep them going. Maybe in high gear though. Yeah, it's slowing down, that's a shame. But it's a perfect testing ground though, huh? All of this. Especially that little rough paths over there with the water and the extreme deep mud though. We have to be aware of that. Like it's an ultimate test. Oh, of course, look at that. Maybe we're going in... Yep, there we go. No gear differential lock. It's helping though. Although we don't need the diff lock over here or low gear. It always helps. Nice, clean and slow drive. It's kind of sad that I'm hearing dogs around here barking, you know. If they're getting hungry, they might turn into feral dogs though, huh? Long time. Better find them, you know, feed them, take them back home, and find their owners. There'll be a couple nice missions, by the way, animal rescue missions. That's a real thing. All right, right here. Yeah, that's just way too much though. I really want to power through this because the truck just feels powerful enough to do it. Could do a little bit of smart driving though, trying to find some dry patches here and there. Or drier. But yeah, in our last episode though, huh? Big Girl, my twin steer, did really kick the ass of this truck. And the other 2 trucks that we did find on this region. My oh my, there was no comparing though. There is no comparing. And if you have to compare where we were to other trucks and you do fail over there, yeah, there's no comparing anymore, man. You know, like, you just lost, you know. That was the ultimate test. So if these trucks failed there, can you imagine what the twin steer might do over here though? Yeah, it's like a humiliation ritual though, huh? Especially since we dubbed the twin steer Big Girl. Back into low gear plus. Oh, it's coming from the church though, huh? Maybe the pastor is still there, who knows? Or the preacher. I think it's a Protestant church though, huh? So we have a preacher there. We were really spoiled with the Tatarin though, I have to say, by exploring the countryside. So far all of this are just massive struggles for trucks. So it's good that we are still testing out, right? You know, so far the twin steer won clearly by a mile though. Even longer than that. In a race where seconds decide the winner and the loser, I would say the twin steer came in half an hour early compared to the rest. Yeah, that much of a difference it was though. Right. If this... What was that, though? Did you hear that? I think somebody is in that home there. We have seen another person on this map in a canoe fishing on the lake. So I can imagine there are other people around though too, huh? But yeah, thinking about all of that though, if something changes with this in the next stretch, like we struggle way more or less, you will know about it, alright? Let's just cut through the chase. Yeah, the terrains are really rough on this truck though, huh? But we made it. And now I know why there are so many gas stations on this map, right? There are 3 around here. 3! Isn't that insane though? I love it, by the way. Or was it 2? 2 is also a lot though, because normally we only had 1. Okay, we got 1 there. We got 1 over yonder. And yeah, 3. Boom, there we go. I knew it though. I knew it. Well, this is the easier part, right? This is the easy route. And sitting in this cabin though, fighting nature. Kind of feel like Daryl in The Walking Dead listening to Easy Street. Over and over. Are you kidding me? Instantly stuck here. Are we? Well, we are moving, but that's the current. That's not a good sign, is it now? The river current is powerful. Yeah, we might be washing away though, huh? Ooh-wee. We are not moving forward. Yeah, that's a big issue right now though. We are not moving forward though. Gaining a little bit of traction here. Let's try to go full power. Nope. Full power with differential lock on. Low gear plus, in other words. Let's sleep in the cabin here. Oh, it's daylight. Look at that though. Yeah, I'm sure you're all curious and want to see what's going on. Oh, look at that. Okay, so the bed over here is a little bit thicker on the right side. I'm not saying like the mud is better over on this side, but you know, I don't think the current pushes us that hard anymore. Yeah. Come on, little tree, fight for your life to save mine. There we go. Wow. Okay, so most of the map is so far very, very difficult for trucks. And it seems to be very tranquil, by the way. We have not explored this little route, this little road over here, so that's kind of cute. To have a landslide there, I wish I could repair that. I would feel great about being able to repair something like that. Okay, we don't want to tip over, so we really want to drag this one up like this. Nice. I can tell you though, so far this truck is a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. The issue is though, the terrain is unforgiving. And we have 2 massive points where we are walking here. 3 actually, because the town is long mud though, huh? Long, long stretches of mud there. So 3 points of unforgiving terrain. So I think this truck might fare better in the other region. Because so far that region seemed to be really beautiful and smooth though, huh? With stretches of mud here and there. Unbalanced terrain and all. But all in all, man, I'm having a blast here. You know, trying out new trucks and hauling ass. It feels great. It feels so rewarding. Yeehaw. Yeah, I'm not even trying right now, huh? To, you know, to keep it intact. Alright, this is going to be an easy peasy one. There we go. Especially that one over there, right? You know, look at that. Right around the corner. Yeah, for mountain trails, though, I would say this one will be ideal. Because it is well balanced. It is tough. Oh, there are two here. Really now? Oh, thank you, though. And, you know, it is not too big, not too long. And not too thick either. And it has enough power to actually do a lot. So, yeah, this one will be nice for the mountain paths. Definitely going to keep it, of course. And let's just haul her back right here in reverse. It's a beauty though, isn't it? This GMC, General Motor Company. Beautiful logo, right? You know, the bear and all. Very, very nice. I wonder from what year this truck actually is. I don't know. It kind of has the vibes though of, I don't know, the 60s, 70s? I might be wrong though, of course, but it has the vibes of it. Well, you don't make them like them anymore, right? There we go. Only one more. Technically, I should have kept this one off, so we could try more trucks, right? Let's go back to the garage. There we go. And get the Pacific out. Sure. Because the Pacific itself, let's customize it still. OHD ones. Good tires, by the way. Very good tires. This one is a tough cookie too. The issue is that we are going through a lot of mud and it doesn't have an all-wheel drive. So this might be the first time where you would see me headbutting myself in the nuts though, right? You know, until I crawl up in a ball. We will have to find out because I really do enjoy the truck. It's a lot of fun. It's a beautiful truck. It's one of my favorite designs. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I kind of want to try out the right path over here because the left one, man, oh my, it's a soggy mess right now. This one is easy to get stuck here. Because all of this is so unforgiving. Well, guess what though? It's actually the best way to do it. Oh yeah. Massive rocks though down below there. But we do have stuff on to winds here. So that's nice. Just try to stay here. So that we don't really have to go over these logs. That will take away a lot of future opportunities. And I don't want to drive over it, but it seems like we have no choice with this one. Oh, how nice. It went out of the way for us. Did you see that? Such a polite little tree. Alright, let's go grab what we need and go towards town. Now this is a little bit bad though, right? You know, I love the Pacific trucks so much, right? You know, I don't know what it is about them, but I do love them quite a bit. The power to weight went down by 2. That is a massive decrease though. And it's only for the steel beams. The other 2 Pacifics did ask for more though, right? You know. So we do know that this big boy over here is not really a Pacific log hauler. Oh, that's alright. That's alright. Steel beams are extremely heavy, to be fair with you. So I'm not judging too much. Just observing though, right? You know, just observing. So it's a low gear truck mostly. It still has enough power though, because it's a very, very, very heavy truck on its own. So it's power to weight. The right side seems a little bit more passable, by the way. Could be wrong, could be wrong. Because we went with the GMC over here, we should go with the Pacific too. Still, in auto, no differential lock, no all-wheel drive. The latter one we can never actually do. It's really kicking the mud in here, huh? Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about the all-wheel drive though in very difficult situations. But it really does seem like it is the better one between this one and the GMC. But for difficult mountain trails, I might actually think the GMC still has the upper hand. Oh, okay. I thought we were stuck here, but nope. I really do think the GMC has the upper hand because of the all-wheel drive though, because imagine you're stuck on a little rock here and there, right? Or in between two boulders. An all-wheel drive can make all the difference, though. But at the same time, this one is higher off the ground. Has a lot more power. And looks a little bit better in its own right. Although the other one, the GMC is, I don't know, it's such a classic, though. It's a beautiful, beautiful truck. I'm sure we're getting a couple of chances though, right? You know, to try out or twin steer through this town. Can you imagine that house over there? Still in rather good condition, right? Compared to all the other ones. Oh, that one has a tree fallen on it too. But imagine those that don't have a tree fallen on it though. Totally ripped apart by the wind and all. And those that still stand strong do have tough luck with a tree. And that's some bad luck though, huh? I hope they got insured for the specific tree that fell down on their home. And that the insurance company does not find an excuse to blame the homeowner that he didn't take care of that tree before. Because it does look rather dead though. Insurance companies, they are good to have though if they are fair. But a lot of them seem like scams, man. I've seen a documentary from the USA. And okay, we got stuck here on the log. Not really fair comparison, alright, you know, to the GMC. But yeah, I did see a documentary though, right, you know, of the insurances. And there was 1 nail wrong in the roof of a house, and the man was not liable for insurance assistance, right? You know, after something happened. Dude, I understand if it's a car, right? You know, and one of your brakes just didn't do anything, right? You know, like because you didn't have the yeah, it's totally fully rusted and broken apart or anything like that, right? You know, yeah, then sure, bad. But 1 nail, dude. I mean, what the? Yeah, these logs though, they make it a whole lot more difficult than it should be. So us struggling here has to do with the logs because look at them, they are in the long way. Meaning we just bump it like that over there. And if we bump it wrong, they don't snap. They just block us totally. No chance at all. So far, so good, I have to say. This one goes through it a lot better than the GMC. Alright, let's go to the delivery. Well, to the other part though. To the thick stream of water. Alright, now let's see though, huh? Is it tougher than a river? Is it tougher than a GMC? Now let's see. Alright, we are hauling ourselves a bunker here. Or digging one. Oh. Yeah, this is where the all-wheel drive is actually winning though, I think. But this is all about pushing forward. Okay, it is going a little bit quicker right now than the GMC does. So that's nice. If we look at the small window though, right at the door, at the bottom there, we can see that there is a little bit of water in the cabin. That's no good though, huh? Wet boots while driving? Yeah, that's no good. Okay, so this truck is clearly much better than GMC in this situation though. That is very, very good to know. But the front wheels, they are not moving. They are really dragging on though. So imagine the power this thing has. If we could actually use the all-wheel drive or install one. We are going more off-board than the GMC, meaning we are more pushed downhill over here than the GMC was. Can use some winch too. This is nice. Hoppa, just like that. Same tactic as the GMC. But as you can see, by the way, on the tires, yeah, the GMC was a little bit further left though, so technically more secure, but it was longer in the water, much longer. I do love these little tests though. I do love the comparisons. It's so much fun. Once you do have the answers though, you really want to just go and haul, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is one of the massive disadvantages this truck has. If your rear tires don't get the grip though, huh? You're kind of out of bounds to keep moving. That's really, really bad though. So as you can see, this truck is a little bit more bounce heavy than a GMC. Just reinforcing what I thought about the GMC. Oh yeah. For mountain trails though, right? You know, difficult terrain parts. It's kind of stuck on something there. On a big rock, of course. Oh yeah, massive rock. I was a little bit daydreaming there. Oh, better brake. But because it's so bounce heavy, certain very narrow and dangerous roads might be a little bit off limit here for this specific. And the GMC is just a better haul. And as you can see too, not just with all of that, we have other issues here too that we have to be aware of. Oh, what a shame. And that's just not finding the grip though, huh? Because if we are going in, you know, like low gear for differential lock, we don't have the power like we have in auto. And we are not really fighting anything over here right now. So that's kind of cute, isn't it? Oh, I just did see another route towards our destination. I could keep fighting. And I think a lot of this game has to do with a little bit fighting against the terrain. Take your time and do your thing. I think the goal in the end, though, is find the smoothest way to deliver anything from point A to B, right? By other words, work smart, not hard. This might just be the smart point. But let's be fair with one another. The other one could just have done it though. The GMC could have done it without any hassle. So that's nice. That's some real good stuff. Yeah, look at this. By the way, this dashboard is weathered. So, so is the leather. That was a close call. So is the leather. And the GMC has the very smooth Pacific style dashboard though. I remember when I was just a wee little lad though, right? You know, cars had that too, the beautiful wooden finish. It had that certain style though, right? You know, something that just felt right instead of just a massive board of plastic. There we go. This is the biggest bridge that we did fix by the quantity of material it needed. Finally, the path is laid. So, okay, enough. Mr. B. Mr. Bean's house. Oh, don't spoil the place where he's living. Now, let's see. Let's also put the handbrake on. I kind of want to fix the wooden bridge though, so let's go grab that. The wooden bridge. There we go, actually. It's on the top. 8 times. Good, good. Because now we are going to grab these wooden parts with the other one. With our new... There we go. International. Just double check. OHD. And we want to see which tires might be better. OHD 1s, OHD 2s, and mud tires, MHS. Wait a minute. A specialized tire set. The ultimate weapon against the deepest of marshes, providing the best of... Isn't this... I think... Yeah, the MHS though. I think these are... special tires though, aren't they? But from which truck? I have seen them somewhere. Oh man, I love these. Well, we went for the MHS2 variant. Now let's see, where can we pick up some beautiful wood? So we have wood framing there. The aftermath of the hurricane. Do we have that over there? I mean, that mission, I'm not sure. Yeah, there's a couple of them here and there though, so that's pretty nice. Wood framing. Wood framing. Don't we have anywhere else to pick it up though? Like a lumber mill, log station, anything of that kind though. Oh, it's all scattered around though. Oh, sawmill. There we go. Ah, that means that we have to fix the rail bridge first. You know what? I think we are going to go and grab that one. Go back over here. Cry River. Yeah, this is a little bit too much though, right? You know, for this big boy. Although I really want to try to see it go through here. But we do have the spare vehicle parts over here and there. So, that is something that we really want to fix too. That's not it. Covering what's lost. Oversized cargo. That's cool. That's not it either. Well, that's just that though, huh? The aftermath of the hurricane. A recent hurricane has scattered our belongings all around. We need your help to find and recover them. For a fee, of course. 3 spare parts. Oh, that might be a difficult one though. But we are doing it mostly for these big boys. Why? Because we actually do have to turn around in there. I'm actually looking forward to that too. I might be nuts. But at least we are nice to chew on, I suppose. Oh, look at that though. That's really nice. This is an easy way to go through here. Yeah. Like I said though, you gotta be smart and not hard. At least upon yourself though. Alright, let's just go. Winds are out. A little bit overcompensating right with the low gear. The rocks, man. They just keep pushing and so is the water. Okay, nice. Let's avoid that little stick. Let's keep on going. I so want this truck to be phenomenal though, right? You know, I really want it to be so good. I just love the idea to have a truck like this. 10 wheels, you know, twin steer and all. They probably weren't at home though, huh? After the hurricane. Oh boy, those tires can pop so easily with that debris over there. Alright, crane mode. Let's see. Do we need... No, we don't need. Great. We don't need our anchors out. This crane is actually long enough for once though, huh? I mean, when do you see that? Nice. Back the cargo and off we go. Alright. This is good stuff. Now, this is a real challenge though, right? You know, I do know that this truck is probably better than both of the other ones combined. Wow, that's a little joke though, but it is better. Oh yeah, it is superior. You just put it in low gear, right? Because if we go in auto or in low gear plus, water is just flashing around. And we don't need that because we just lose speed anyways then because we are digging ourselves in. Man, I love this. 3 cups of coffee we can have in here. I mean, dude, that's right what I need. Nice, look at that though, huh? We got 2 power divider locks on the bottom right there. Trailer air supply, fantastic parking brake. Man, I do like these details though. By the way, if you are still here and you're not yet a subscriber, be part of our crew. I really appreciate having you around though, right? You know, and don't forget to like, by the way. It really helps out the channel with the algorithm. I did a massive reset of my channel though, right? You know, because I wanted to have a clean identity. And I want to provide my hobby, my passion with other like-minded people. And I really had to do the reset. So we are still recovering from that. And you will really help me out though, and I really appreciate that. So far, this truck, man, yeah, this is the difficult hauler though, with the crane for real. Of course, it will be awesome to have the twin steer as the main again though, but if we want something else, we found our truck already. Let's change the hours, so you have something to check and analyze too. I mean, we are all here to share and to learn and just to have some company while we are driving. I mean, the last bit is the easiest for me, right? You know, because I just see you right there on the shotgun side of the truck, right? You know, just sitting there with me in the cabin. Makes talking a lot easier though, let me tell you that. Imagine though, huh? Yeah. Whew. I keep that in mind and it helps me a lot with communicating, right? You know, with just having a good and decent conversation with you. I just pretend you're mute though, right? You know, if I don't have a comment. But in general, while I'm recording this, I just pretend you're mute or you're just drinking your coffee passionately. You know what I mean? There you go. Restore, unpack, and pack the cargo. Always unpack first. If you add new cargo, just don't have the random cargo sit on there either. Because they are loose. Especially with a normal flatbed though. To be honest, I could have taken out the other Brits to ride that mission. Oh, is that someone's... Oh, no, okay, that's a bin. I thought, like, ooh, that's no good, though, if that's someone's roof. But yeah, you know, like, we could have easily done the wood mission too, right, for the wooden bridge. I think we could actually do that easily though with the mountain trails too with this truck. Because we have some weird ass experience already in that department. Just going with oversized trucks though in, one might say, hiking trails. Became my specialty at one point. Before we go and take a left there, maybe it would be wise to go to the gas station, get a cup of coffee or three. We have the room for it. And of course, a bag of beef jerky, right? You know, you want to chew on something while you're doing all of this. Saying that, I really want to eat those small air-dried fishes, you know? Like, they are like, oh, you can actually call them fish jerky though, right? You know, they're a little bit salty. Don't confuse them with the dog snacks though, because it's easy to confuse them. They both come in see-through bags though, so be careful, alright, with that. It's actually the same thing, but, you know, one is just made for human consumption. One might think, right? Consumable thing. It's just the quality is different though. The ingredients are almost the same. The dog ones doesn't has any salt though. That's a pure giveaway right there. I believe in the US there is still a law, and it had to do with the Great Depression, where dog food was actually consumed by a lot of poor people that suffered a lot during the Great Depression. And I believe there was a law that it should be made so that people could consume dog food too. You know, the cans with the meat. I mean, that's a very good thing to do, by the way, right? You know, so it has to stay clean and hygienic and everything, because, hey, we are feeding our beloved doggos with that stuff, so you want to have the best quality ever. But in times of desperate need, though, you kind of want to eat something too, right? So I think that's a very good thing to do. Another good thing to do will be find out where we have to go. I think this is a proper way up here, right? So let's just see. And oh yeah, that one is at the bridge, I remember. Yes, okay, so now we have to go probably not there, but probably here. And if we have bad luck though, a little bit further. But yeah, I believe that's the case. It might be still the case though, right? You know, like that the law is still intact there. It just says a lot though, right? You know what people go through, man. That's why free trade worldwide is so extremely important though. If the goods keep flowing, economies keeps going. Kind of crazy if you think about it, right? You know, times of need, well, everybody is dying around you. You know, of hunger. Better pay the dollar though before you can get some gasoline inside of that tractor so you can actually plow the fields, you know. Now, this is a real stability test right over here though. Kind of want to do it in low with div lock. Just slow and steady so that we don't bounce around. Hopefully we do have enough power though in the engine to do to wheels conversion in low gear. So I have an option right now. I kind of think like I have to go and turn around over there, but I think I will not do it, because then I had to go there with my nose and drive back. I think we are just going up here and then we will find a way. Let's go auto, because right now there is not a lot of a bounce issue. on, big boy. Alright, low gear plus. Differential log on. Low gear then. Low gear minus. Yeah, these rocks, man, they are blocking us. Oh, we are slowly going. Differential lock sadly was no use right now. There we go. Auto gear. Man, I love it though, huh? Come on, big boy. Yeah, the rocks. This is a tough way to go to though, huh? With a truck like this. And from here we are going to go and reverse. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, the Batman, you know, like the axles. We're totally over those rocks there. But yeah, a little bit of a tip though. My grandma survived 2 world wars, right? And she did tell me, always have a bucket, you know, a big bucket of rice. Because if it's dried, right, you know, and rice should be dry. Unless you do cook it, of course, and then you want to store it. That will be a dumb thing to do. But anyways, you know, like, keep it dry. Put a lid on it. Put it inside of a carbon box. So no sun really gets to it, right? You know, and put it on the attic or in the basement. Whichever is drier. And, you know, rice can last like 100 years then. 50 years, very safe for consuming. After 50, be a little bit careful. Get honey, especially the ones that crystallizes though, right, by age, because that's the real stuff. And also store sugar like that. And if something goes wrong though with the economy or anything though, you can survive on a handful of rice a day for a very long time. It's not pleasant though, but it's something. And it's actually pretty decent that you're not eating full, because if everybody's getting thinner around you but you don't, you know, you'll become a target too. Sugar is good for trade, motivation. So is alcohol. There are some stuff that I will never forget that she did teach me though. So do yourself a favor. It's so long lasting, right, you know. And a little bit of discipline so you don't snag it away. Unpack the cargo. There we go. Oh. We are going the wrong way there. Grandma ain't no more? Man, what a woman she was though, huh? 93, almost 94 years old. Yeah, I was just a little kid though when she did teach me that. Even how to sew my clothing and all that other stuff, right? You know, it's super important skills to have. Oh, nice. Look at that. It's good that we have a crane, right? You know, that we do pick up stuff and that we can actually deliver it here too. Cargo management. No cargo in the zone. Manual loading is required. Yeah. Now this one actually pops up though. Ain't that nice? Unpack the cargo. Crane mode. Alright, I mean, the boxes are kind of sturdy though, but I don't want to drop them really on top of each other. I mean, the platform, right, where the boxes are standing on, overlapping on one another. I mean, that's one thing. But I'm not sure why there's a flood protection concrete flooring over here, right, you know, or bed, whatever we want to call it. Doesn't make much sense. Because the downpour should be extreme around here. I mean, look at the elevation that we are on. Probably these boys looked down in town before and thought like, yeah, let's just install something like that rather quick. I've got some concrete though, huh? Alright. There we go, boys. Thank you for your help. Looks like we need to move or camp farther up the hills. Really though, what are you afraid of, my boy, huh? A little bit of rain or something. Anyways, by that, I want to thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful time, and let's go grab this over here. And then we can follow the mountain trail, though, in the next episode, right? Whoppa, there we go. Well, actually, not really. We already have 2 out of 3. So we better go to the gas station and return. So yeah, see you later. Bye-bye.